Do you believe Canada can effectively defend its Arctic sovereignty?
I'm more of a, one world, one nation kind of thing, so I'm not sure we need to be spending that much on that. It should be a little bit more of shared resources, I think there's more important things to be spending money on.
No, I don't think so. They've neglected the armed forces for too long, so I don't believe that we can be an effective partner in defending the Arctic as it is right now.
You think that's important?
I think it's very important. I'm sure there are resources in that other countries would like to get their hands on. And if we can't defend it, then I guess it's all is lost. So we wouldn't let them come into our country. So
no, I don't believe we can. And honestly, I don't believe the infrastructure is there to do so. It does require more investment.
Do you think it's important or should be a priority?
Absolutely, it should continue to be a priority. It is part of our country, and it's something that's, and also too, I guess, to dig in a little bit from protecting our natural environment, that aspect of it, we need to be able to control our borders, but we also need to be able to protect our natural environments, and we know more and more globally that's an issue, so we'd like to see better and stronger investments in that regard.
I think that's going to be a struggle. There's so much happening in the world right now, and it's hard to have faith and hope that we will be able to do that.
Do you think it should be a priority?
Well, it certainly should be something that's on the top of most powerful people's minds, because that helps protect us.
With the help of NORAD, the Americans under NATO, yes. As is on their own, very much no, not at all.
You know, I've thought about this since I was a kid, wondering when the Russians are just going to fly over top and get us. And I've always assumed the Americans will have our back. And I don't know that that's actually going to be the case for the foreseeable future. I'll see who wins the American election. But as far as I'm concerned, it's America who's going to protect us from Russia and, Arctic sovereignty related issues. Because as far as I don't know what the Canadian military's capabilities are or what our Arctic defense strategy is, but I don't know that Canada can take on Russia by itself, so that's a bit of a team effort.
Canada itself, probably not realistically if we're talking about a Russian invasion, although we do have the, as a NATO state, there would definitely be quite a disincentive for Russia to make such an attack. Ukraine's obviously a neutral country, so they don't, hypothetically neutral country, they're not a member of NATO, so they don't quite have that assurance, whereas we do. So I think we'd be, I'm not too worried about that at the moment.
I think with our good relationship with the United States, it would be quite the move. I just think there's more risks than reward.
That's the million-dollar question, right? We definitely have to invest more in our Navy, in our military. We need better equipment. We need better icebreakers up there, better patrol ships for sure.
Oh, that's a tough question. I'm not sure. I really don't feel confident about it. I think we have to do more to protect that. Yeah, for sure.
Any ideas? What?
I'm not really sure. Do you have any ideas?
I don't. I'm worried too, just by the size of our country and the countries who are kind of interested in that territory, China, Russia, and the U.S., to a certain extent. But so I don't know what we could do, but it is a concern.
Pretty much with our alliances and everything, I think we'd be able to, but independently, no. So that would be independently, no. But with our public relations with other countries, yes.
Yes and no. It's we have the capabilities of defense, but only limited because we're not a large country. We have the large land mass, but we don't have the population to really defend that land mass at full, like other countries with much larger population, much larger military.
I think it's unlikely that Canada could defend such a vast expanse of territory against probably the sizable threats that exist around the world.
It's a lot of Canada, and so we don't have the submarines to do it. We don't have the Navy to do it. We don't have a big enough Air Force to do it. The Russians, so the Americans are close to us in Alaska, so that's our best chance at defending it.
I think that it's a big task to think about. It's pretty expensive to do it, and especially when we have our neighbors to the south who seem to be doing a pretty good job of that for us. I think that we've always kind of depended on having the United States to protect us on that. NORAD, I guess we're talking NORAD, right? Yeah. So we've invested in NORAD before, but I think that our greatest investment would be being a good neighbor.